Hello and welcome, I'm Insane, and today I'm going to experiment with Create and TConstruct. What's better, Create for processing ores or TConstruct? The short answer is, well, it depends. But let's just start with the first test. First off, I'm going to use the Create crushing wheels to process ores, which yield a certain amount of items plus experience. Like Deep Slate Redstone ore gives about 7.5 redstone, Deep Slate Lapislazuli 12.5, and so on. Instead, for TConstruct, I'm going to test with pens with luck and a pickaxe with luckiest, which is fortune 3, plus fortune 1 from the ancient hide binding. I'm going to use fortune 5 and then process the items in the smeltery, which usually yields more items, like a raw copper gives 1 ingot and 3 nuggets. I'm going to test a stack of items, both Deep Slate and copper, and let's start with the crushing wheels. This is the output for washing, and this is the output for smelting. Okay, let's lay down the result of the first test. Seems like I need a hopper with more storage here. Seems like it's not enough. It's completely full. So, this is the first result. Let's say if you have only Create installed, washing is better than blasting, except for the fact that you need to merge the nuggets at the end. Instead, with TConstruct and its fortune 5 plus the smeltery, we have 925 copper ingots, while with the foundry we have 694 copper ingots plus 77 gold ingots. That's quite low. Oh, it's 1 nugget of molten gold. Okay, that's why. Now I'm going to repeat the test 3 more times. Let's see. The results should be about the same, but let's find an average.
6.5 hours later.
And there they are, the results of different ore processing for the copper ore. The winner is obviously the smeltery with fortune 5, but if you need clay, for some reason you don't have it in your world, you can get tons of clay by crushing and washing copper. Also, if you need gold ingots, the foundry is also a good alternative. Not that much, but blasting it's useful only because instead of using a furnace, it takes less time to smelt the copper. That's the only reason to use crushing and blasting. But the test is not finished here. With the copper ore also exists the Deep Slate copper ore. In vanilla, the Deep Slate and copper ore drop the same amount of items, so doing another test with Tingers is pointless. But with Create, you can get much more crushed copper compared to the normal copper. You get like 5.25 copper, crushed copper ore. Instead, with crushing you get 7.25 copper ore. Also, maybe more experience. No, the chance is the same. Okay, so let's test now with the Deep Slate copper ore. So I've also done some math, and this is the actual average from all the formulas that are around, and I got quite unlucky with smeltery, also with the foundry, but got almost the exact result for crushing with the Create. Also, the Deep Slate copper gives actually more copper and also more clay than the normal copper ore, since it gives 7.25 crushed copper ore compared to the normal copper ore that gives 5.25. Still, fortune wins. But also now a question arises. What if I don't have TConstruct? What if I only have Fortune 3, the maximum? I'm going to do some calculations. Okay, with some quick maths, with Fortune 3 and not using Create, you get quite a few copper. You get 493 copper ingots, but plus the experience. But no, do you get experience? No, you don't get experience. You get experience by smelting the raw copper ore. And also, which is quite higher than Create. For the normal copper ore. For the deep slate copper ore, still higher, but yeah, the crushing and washing with Create also gives clay, which is not that bad with trades. You get 168 clay bolts for a stack of copper, 232 with deep slate copper ore. Not bad. Okay, final results. If you have both Create and Tinker, Tinker wins. Fortune 5 is not that easy to make, since you need the luck modifier, which has the same texture of the luck effect, which requires quite some stuff, especially rabbit's foot, name tag, which aren't that easy to come by, and also the ancient hide is needed, which requires ancient debris. So the nether, so mining, so... well, it's not that easy compared to making some wheels and this setup. But still, if you need tons of copper, this is the way. But still, Create gives you the byproduct of the clay, which might be useful in some cases. It's not that hard to come by clay, but still, free clay is there. Instead, if you don't have TConstruct, then you must decide, do you need a lot of copper, or clay is also a good byproduct. It's, well, your choice. Even with Tinkers, if you need some gold, if you don't really need copper for anything, well, the gold byproduct is not that bad. That's all for today's video. If you liked it, I'm going to do more tests with other ores. And right now, copper was quite interesting, actually. I mean, Tinker won. But still, Create or Vanilla do their job. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.